Assholes with opinions.
I am Gonzo Shark for the AWO show, and I am about to review Netflix's The Staircase. Let's do it. I just finished up watching The Staircase on Netflix. It's like a 11 part mini-series documentary type deal, and it was one of these things that I wanted to see. Just like you can check out my review show of Evil Genius on the AWO YouTube channel, and this Staircase thing is similar to that. It's a real life crime that I actually have seen other shows about it, and I've read about it. I know about it, this whole Staircase deal, and I actually knew about the Evil Genius one too. So these are two documentaries on Netflix that I really wanted to see, and I took the time to start watching The Staircase a few days ago, and it got me hooked like right away. I had to watch this thing all the way through. I had to finish it. To give you a brief synopsis, back in 2001 in North Carolina, a guy calls the police department or 911 at like 2 o'clock in the morning, freaking out, screaming that his wife fell down the stairs and there's blood everywhere, and she's barely breathing basically. So she ends up dying, and they review the scene, they look at everything, and immediately they start pointing fingers at this guy. His name's Michael Peterson. They start pointing fingers at him, and they immediately say, like, there's no way that this happened from a lady falling down the stairs. There's no way that all of the damage that was done to her, the injuries that she had, and the amount of blood that was smeared all over the stairs and the walls next to the staircase could possibly have warranted anything other than somebody killing her. You know what I mean? There was like, they thought right away, there's no way she fell down the stairs. So this happened in 2001. He was charged with the crime of killing her. All right, so Michael Peterson goes out and gets himself a lawyer, by the guy by the name of David Rudolph. And David Rudolph, I found very much more down to earth, and I was much more interested in him right off the bat than I was of the DA. The district attorney in the show really struck me as like a creepy Christian type of guy, somebody that I probably wouldn't trust my kids around if I had kids. And I'm just being real. That's honestly how I felt. The guy was creepy as fuck. But anyway, so this thing goes to trial, and it's a really messed up thing because the guy's kids stand behind him. They loved each other. They were the idyllic couple. And the interesting thing about this documentary is that the filmmaker started filming this right away, like in 2001, when right after this thing happened, and it wasn't released on Netflix until, I don't know, like within the last 6 months or a year. So this thing is like 16 years in the making, or 17 years in the making. And it really goes in depth. Like, I mean, they're following this Michael Peterson guy around everywhere. They're in his house. They're at his family gatherings. They're in the defense, meetings, like with the lawyer and the private investigator and Michael Peterson, and they're all throughout the court and the trial. And really, it's very interesting because it's hard to say what really happened. On one hand, judging by the woman's wounds and what happened to her, it's like you look at it and you're like, how the fuck could that have happened from her falling down the stairs? But then you look at this Michael Peterson guy, and he immediately came off to me as like a weird guy, but weird in the way of like a quirky kind of weird guy, not weird in the way of like I'm gonna murder my fucking wife type of weird guy. And it's hard for me to buy that he killed her. I can't call it either way. To me, it's a complete mystery, just like it probably is to everybody else that has already watched this show. I'm sure a lot of people think that they have it figured out, but most likely you don't, because usually with any type of case like this, there's always things that are uncovered and that are found out that will blow your fucking mind. So if the full truth came out on this thing, it would probably blow all of our minds, and none of us probably really have it figured out. I'm going to say I'm 50-50 on the fence. I can't call it either way, but it is a great, great fucking documentary to watch. Take the time. It's like 45 minutes an episode. You could probably finish it in a few days or a week or a couple of weeks, depending on how busy you are. But again, just like my last review show of Evil Genius, this is another one that is very interesting, and it's worth putting the time into it to watch it if you're interested in these sort of things. Me, like I said before, I'm very interested in real life crime, serial killers, and just documentaries in general. So when you combine those two things, a documentary about a killing or a real life crime, I'm all in right away usually. So this thing, I gotta rate this thing like seriously like 9 out of 10 stars. It is very, very, very much worth the time to watch it. And it is very interesting, and is the type of thing that is going to make you think, and it's going to make you form an opinion on what you think may have happened. And, you know, my opinion is that it was a great fucking show. My other part of my opinion is that the defense attorney, David Rudolph, seemed like a much more solid, grounded, well-rounded attorney, down-to-earth guy, and logical. The things that he was saying and the points that he was making throughout the show and throughout the trial, they made sense. The DA, creepy motherfucker. Okay, so just based on that alone, you know, I liked the defense guy, and I was kind of rooting for Michael Peterson throughout the whole show, just because the DA seemed like a snake. He seemed like he would have done anything to convict this guy. And I don't want to spoil it for anybody about what happens. You know, you're going to have to watch the show to see what happens to Michael Peterson, if he's fully convicted or if he's not, or if he goes to jail or if he doesn't. Watch the show and you can find out. But it's a great show. It's worth the time. Check it out on Netflix. The Staircase miniseries documentary. It just came out. Awesome show. Great watch. Definitely made me think. Definitely made me form an opinion. So why don't you guys watch it? Tell me what you think if you watch it. Hit me up in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to the AWO channel. You can follow me on Instagram, the Gonzo Shark. You can follow me on Twitter at Gonzo Shark 1. And you can follow me on Facebook.com/Gonzo Shark 1. And you can also check out all the videos from my awesome co-host who is in Florida right now on vacation, so I'm doing this thing solo. Splatman, the great, the legend. You can check him out. All of his stuff goes up on the AWO channel too. Staircase, 9 out of 10 stars. 100% AWO approved. Until next time, this is the Gonzo Shark for the AWO show. Checking out.